Today at EcoStrip, we're taking on a mantle that's been through more than a century of paint. This 120-year-old beauty has layer after layer covering the original wood, hiding all the details and craftsmanship underneath. So let's see what's been hiding under all that paint. And this is where the real work begins. With a mantle this old, you're not just removing one coat of paint. You're working through years and years of layers that have been added over its 120-year history. And look at all these details. Every little curve, corner, groove, and profile has to be treated carefully. These are the areas where you really have to slow down and let the infrared heat do its job. The goal isn't to rush through it. It's to soften those layers enough so they can be lifted away without destroying the beautiful wood underneath. And some areas definitely take more patience than others. When you have intricate molding like this, a scraper can only do so much. You have to work around the details, follow the shape of the wood, and, most importantly, avoid damaging the original craftsmanship. It can feel like a lot of work when you're standing there looking at layer after layer of paint, but this is the part of restoration I love, because underneath all that paint is the reason you're doing all of this in the first place. Little by little, the original wood starts to appear, and suddenly, those details that were almost invisible under the paint begin to come back to life. You start seeing the craftsmanship that someone put into this mantle more than a century ago. And that's the payoff. All that patience, all that scraping, all those little corners and details, it's worth it when you finally get down to the original wood. You're not just removing paint, you're uncovering history. And one of the things our customers love about infrared technology is the control it gives you. You can work as much or as little as you need to, moving at your own pace and focusing on one section at a time. There's no need to rush the process. Heat an area, work the paint, move on to the next section, and come back to the details when you're ready. And when you're working on an older piece like this, especially when lead paint may be present, safety is just as important as the restoration itself. Always contain your work area and keep dust and paint debris from spreading. Keep children, pets, and anyone who isn't working out of the area, and avoid creating unnecessary dust. For cleanup, use a HEPA vacuum and wet wipe surfaces, rather than simply sweeping the dust around. And if you're working professionally on a pre-1978 property, make sure you understand and follow the EPA's LEED Safe requirements. Now, this part is a little different. Once we get to the flat horizontal surface of the mantle, things get a whole lot easier. Here, you can cover a larger area with the infrared paint remover and use a long, smooth scraper stroke to lift the softened paint. This is where you really start to see how much time infrared technology can save. Instead of fighting each layer individually, the heat works through multiple layers at once, and you can remove them together. And just like with the detailed areas, the key is finding your rhythm. Heat, scrape, move forward, and repeat. For flat surfaces, a wider scraper makes the job even more efficient. Keep your blade sharp, work in manageable sections, and let the heat do the hard part. And look at that! After all those layers of paint, we're finally seeing the original wood come through. That's what makes restoration so rewarding. What looked like an ordinary painted mantle turns out to have all this beautiful detail and character underneath. It takes some patience, especially when you're working around intricate molding and years of built-up paint. But when you reach the bare wood, you get to see the craftsmanship that was hidden for generations. If you're ready to uncover what's hiding underneath the paint in your own home, you can find your infrared paint remover at EcoStrip. We offer several models and the scrapers and accessories to help you tackle everything from large flat surfaces to the smallest details. And if you're not sure which unit is right for your project, just reach out to us. We're happy to answer your questions and help you find the right setup. Visit eco-strip.com and let's uncover what's hiding under your paint. Now here is the before and after.